Innovation Day is a chance for researchers at Microsoft to show off and to bounce around ideas on how we might use technology in the future. Although it'll be a few years before this one is literally brought to our tabletops. The ball programme is simply projected onto the table. Above that, on the left, a tiny projector emits an invisible infrared light. That helps the camera on the right detect movement which is not part of the projected image. Our hands, for example. Their position can then be fed back to the computer, which adapts the program it's running accordingly.
One of the things that we can do is sense and detect all sorts of real objects as they're placed on the surface. So for instance, I have these chips here that have a special code marked on them, and as I place them down on the surface, I get a different object for each.
Apart from gaming, Andy hopes the technology will be used by the business world too. Perhaps icons to sync phones or represent documents that can then be opened on the real desktop.
One of the other things that we can do is sense this regular piece of paper as it's placed on the surface. And then I can move this around the desk and note that the video follows along. So you can think of this as a kind of display.
Now, it takes a bit of getting used to, but this mapping application, which makes use of Microsoft's Virtual Earth, allows me to spin the map and to zoom in to places that I'm interested in simply by moving my hands. It's a bit like Minority Report without the gloves. Now, getting a computer to understand what's around it is the principle behind this next project.
What we're doing here is recognizing objects at very high speed, but we're not just recognizing individual objects, we're recognizing classes of objects. So we can recognize, for example, pens that the system hasn't seen before, recognize types of fruit that the system hasn't seen before.
Object recognition is nothing new, but this system is extremely quick. Chuck a banana its way and it knows within a few frames. At the moment, it can spot around 20 different object types. It could be useful while shopping. Many things don't have barcodes or radio tags to tell automated checkouts what's being bought. Recognising the object speeds up the process, although this system still offers a few alternatives, in case it gets it wrong. And if it can be done with objects, how about identifying your face? This piece of software creates a virtual 3D image from a flat one. Left to its own devices, its developers claim an 85% success rate in getting an accurate likeness. They're trying to improve on that, but it's not the only problem the team face.
It takes 3 minutes to identify a face and to estimate the full 3D shape of one image from a single image. What we hope in the future is to do that in real time for video sequences, and so that people could use that, for instance, while chatting with their partners, and they could use our system to, for instance, exaggerate their expression or their smile, or do various things with their face.
The software has a serious side too. It aims to enhance security camera footage by reconstructing the parts of the face it's unable to see. Now, here's a lovely idea based on speech recognition systems, which may one day allow us to search television and video clips not just by the title or metadata, but by the actual words spoken in the program itself. We tapped in election results, and within seconds a video stream had been found in which those words had been said, highlighted here in orange. You can also create whole channels around search terms which regularly scan the library for new material and update your channel while you're away. With video on demand fast becoming a challenger to live TV, this could be a new way to search for video content.
The current system subscribes to about 100 RSS feeds of video podcasts. So we download those video files and then go through them and use automatic speech recognition to recognize the words that are spoken. That takes about 3 to 5 minutes for 1 minute of video. And if you imagine popular websites such as YouTube get 50,000 uploads every day, so that sounds actually like a tremendous computational power that we need there. But if you do the math, actually you only need something like 200 processors to do the complete processing of the volume of one day.
Given that the system offers a search of what's said, it would have been nice to simply say what you want to find rather than type it. But ironically, its developers aren't confident that would be reliable enough. It does, however, have a very user-friendly screen interface. One of the nicest things about this system is this white bar that appears at the bottom of the screen. That's your clip, and every time there's an orange mark on the clip, that's where the words that you were searching for appear. So you can skip to the most relevant parts of the video clip.
Now has made this election a referendum. Hanging this entire election is a very controversy of how this election turns out.
Now, ever wanted to share a TV moment with absent friends? How about an instant record button on your mobile? Grab TV would rely on a constantly updated set of clips held on a central server, all ready for download. Or they could be broadcast over a mobile TV network like DVB-H to be recorded on the handset in 1 or 2 minute bites. But like many good ideas around media content, copyright issues are slowing development.
The interesting problem, I think, is that from a research perspective, this is very exciting, it's what I care about. From a product perspective, it's very exciting. It extends the brand of the broadcaster out in new and interesting ways. From a legal perspective, it's very unobvious that this is a good idea. And so what we're finding is it's that discussion between the researchers and the legal people that's proving the really interesting and time-consuming work at the moment.
Of course, software is available today that can record live TV onto your PC, PVR or even an Xbox 360. But Tim wants instant portable sharing without any extra kit. Moving into the kitchen, and the traditional answer phone is long overdue for an update, and the bubble board is one possibility. Here you can see all your messages at once. The bigger the bubble, the longer the message, with newer messages floating to the top. Unless you save your messages in the white area on the right, older messages start to head for the drain and deletion, unless you get there first, dragging an unwanted rant to its fate. And talking of new message interfaces, how about getting physical with your email? Sophie's fitness regime involves going through her inbox. By simply connecting one of the popular dance mats familiar to game console fans, she can open, read, save or delete. Replying is tricky, but at least the more spam you get, the fitter you become. Other applications using the mat are being explored too. But like all the ideas I saw here, nothing is ready to go to market for at least a year or longer. The aim for now is to simply explore new ways we can interact with our technology, which might make us feel, well, just a little more human.